You gotta do the See You podcast with me. Getting tired of this yet? Welcome everyone to this completely unnecessary podcast for March 31st, Tuesday, 2020. Hope you're all safe out there, self-isolating as much as possible. I'm Pat Country. That's Ian Ferguson. We're
Howdy.
about 5.3 feet away from each other. We can probably go back a few more inches, but
It's more like 4.
it's a little more than 4. We're risking it for you guys, though. Today, we'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct that came out and the crown jewel of it, I thought, Clubhouse 51 games. We're talking about the PC Engine Mini being released in limited quantities. Well, the Atari VCS had a dashboard test video, and a couple of rare games getting dumped, or prototypes and rare games, preservation news, and a Dragon's Lair Netflix movie announced. Plus Q&A, scumbag. So it's gonna be a action-packed episode.
I have a prediction that this one's going to be lean and mean. I have a feeling that these topics will be laser focused.
Laser focused? Were they laser focused last week? I know we upset someone on Twitter flailing his arms around. Nothing like this week you think's going to happen? We'll see.
I don't know. Maybe
Not. It's up to us. What did you do this weekend? Anything?
I played Animal Crossing.
You like being on the island?
Yeah, I like being on the island. I cooked. I played Animal Crossing. I did a shift of curbside pickup at Luna. Recorded for Extra Napkins. Streamed myself cooking. Yeah. I don't know.
I would watch you stream
It
cooking.
was about as action-packed as it could be right now.
Okay.
What about you?
You get any reps in? You exercise at all?
No reps.
You got to get the resistance bands before they jack the price even more. I bought them before they literally doubled the price in like a week.
So you could do your Pat workouts?
Yeah, do my Pat workout. What?
Pat workouts? I'm on the phone with this guy yesterday, and he tells me he's going to do a Pat workout. Like, that's just what people call shit.
No, I already did it when I said.
Oh, that's right. You had done you got your Pat workout in.
Yeah, I have a very strict routine. It takes me like a half hour to get through. I built up a sweat.
I suppose you're not doing a Tom workout or a Bob workout or
No, it's a Pat workout.
Or a Jillian workout. I mean, that's someone else's workout.
The heavy bag's on the way. I have to see. It's a 100-pound commercial heavy bag, like the one I use at the gym. I got to see where I can hang it on the Pat Goda. Or in the Pat Garage, we'll see. Or I got to get one of those. I want to have to have a huge freaking heavy bag stand, but I understand that it's you got to mount. I'm not good at like screwing things into mounts and ceilings and that. I don't want to deal with that. I don't have to hire someone to come mount a fucking heavy bag and they got to take it down. So I might just get the stand and put it in the backyard. We'll see.
One of the weighted stands.
Yeah, because I think I was talking to my kind of engineering cousin. He's like, yeah, it's 100 pounds, but it's a lot more when it's moving. Like it creates more force because of the direction. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Because like if I try to hang it from, I've like the ceiling storage that's supposed to hold it to like 450 or 500 pounds.
Yeah,
it's not just 100 pounds of heavy bag. If you're punching it and it moves and jerks, so
sure.
I'm like, I don't want the fucking ceiling to collapse.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking about. That's the only. I'm getting workouts in, but the heavy bag is like my cardio basically. So I hate running. I used to run every other day and it ruined my legs. I'm not built for it, but the heavy bag's good. There. So other than that, I actually had 2 things go on this weekend.
What'd you do?
First, I had a flash sale on UltimateNintendo.com for certain NES Super Nintendo guidebooks, and it was called. I used code SoCal for a 10% discount because we're supposed to be at SoCal. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Indeed.
In memory, in memoriam. It's coming back though next year. And I sold more books than I thought with the flash sale. So thank you so much for supporting. I guess you want something to read if you're isolating, you're at home. It was great. And we sold some, we sold a few t-shirts. We sold the last large My Man shirt that was available in storage. So that's gone. I should have kept it. You can still get them on Teespring though. And the other thing that happened though on the site was updated DHL pricing for Canada and Europe. It's a lot cheaper. So look into that. If you didn't get a book before there.
But I have some shaving cream on the side of your face or toothpaste. It's gone now.
Okay, thanks for pointing that out. 7 minutes into the show and 2 sponsorships in. Anyway, so
it was tiny.
It was tiny. Probably toothpaste. I hope it was toothpaste. Plus, I streamed a lot this weekend. I streamed Saturday and Sunday.
Wow.
It's Contri code, CONTRI code on Twitch, and I did the first 3. I'll get into this. Basically Doom. I streamed the first 3 episodes. I forgot that the in the options for controlling it are outside the program, not in. So I was like, oh, I'm stuck with not being able to strafe with a button. You have to like hold something and hit it. So left and right turn versus WASD. I didn't realize till day 2 after I'd beaten episode 1 and 2, Knee Deep in the Dead and Shores of Hell, that I could change it to act like a real first-person shooter. So I played the first day. I played on what's the middle difficulty before Ultraviolent?
Hurt Me Plenty.
I played on Hurt Me Plenty, and it was challenging because it was more difficult. But then I went to Ultraviolent for episode 3, Inferno, and Ultraviolent's tough, even with real controls. But then I tried the canon but crappy Thy Flesh Consumed that they made after it, when Doom 2 I think already came out. They added a 4th episode that takes place. It does nothing to do with the actual story because it ends after episode 3. Then they go back to Earth for Doom 2, and it's terrible. It's just overly difficult. Even on Hurt Me Plenty, I barely beat the first stage on Hurt Me Plenty because it's just way too many monsters and there's no ammo. So there's like on the first stage there's like 2 barons. There's out of nowhere guys just keep teleporting in, like literally like probably 30 to 40 imps all in this constrained area. And I gave up. I just gave up because I couldn't get past the second stage. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And when the difficulties go down, like I started in Ultraviolent and that was impossible. And then on Hurt Me Plenty, I was like, well, you get a little bit more health, and it wasn't even that much easier. So don't play Thy Flesh Consumed. It's garbage. They just did it just to be masochists. It was bad. So then I switched to Unreal, the original Unreal, not Unreal Tournament, Unreal, which had a fantastic single-player campaign. And the multiplayer was so good that they basically made that the basis for Unreal Tournament, which came out in 99. Unreal came out in, I believe, 98, not 97. So I had to download a patch to make it more compatible with OBS, to make the graphics, not make the graphics that better. It's not like remastered, but
1998, yeah.
To sort of like fake these settings for OBS. It's a beautiful looking game, even 20 years later, Unreal, if you haven't played it. And I played through like 5 hours, and I think I'm only like 2/3 of the way through the game. It's a beefy single player campaign, and it's great because it's one of those things where it almost seamlessly flows through from one stage to the next.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's connected. You can't go backwards, but it's logically connected as you go through. Like you're a prisoner on a prison ship that crashes on a planet that has aliens. Then you find out the peaceful Nali folks with 4 arms have been invaded by other aliens, and you have to go into the temple, and it's fantastic. Like Unreal is good because the weapons are so good, but I'm overpowered in this game. I think I'm playing it on above average difficulty, and it's a tough game. It's a tough game because you don't get the powered up weapons. Like I didn't get the 8-ball rocket launcher until like 2/3 of the way through, and if you don't have at least that, you're in trouble for some of these guys. But I had a great time streaming. I don't have time to do it more because it sort of took up my whole weekend, but it was fun. It's fantastic.
Nice.
You proud of me, Ian? I played a game and had fun.
I mean,
no, I thought that would be like, yeah, Pat, good for you, buddy.
the moment you play a game without expecting anyone to recognize you're playing a game, that's when you'll have really enjoyed playing a game.
That's like some philosophical Ian point
Fucking
right there.
sit down on a couch and play a game.
I do it on my phone all the time when I'm watching. I play Zynga Poker. That doesn't count?
Play a game. Sit down and play a game.
Game. I was sitting
A game
there.
that you haven't played.
You just want me to play.
You don't have to stream it.
You don't have to play. You just want me to play Dark Souls.
No, I just want you to play something.
That counts. I played for like 10
Something
hours.
new. Dark Souls isn't even new. Play something on your Switch.
Getting chastised.
Play something on your
I'm playing a
Switch.
game. Before, you didn't specify that it had to be a brand new game. It was just play a game. Now you're changing the rules. You're moving the goalposts.
I don't know why you need me to be proud of you is the thing.
Well,
so if you
at
want me
least
to be proud of
acknowledge it.
you, if you want to present something
Don't
to
move.
me, then I'll be proud of you.
Don't break your back picking up that goalpost, Ian, and running 20 feet with it and putting it back down. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think you need me to be proud of you. You don't need my pride.
So now
but if you do, if you want me to be truly proud of you, yes, go and buy a new game and sit down and play it.
So now I can't stream a game that I own, even if I hadn't played the original Unreal since college. It's been 20 years. That almost counts as new.
You played
to me.
it.
I don't think I ever played. No, I played on the Super Nintendo for the book. I did play through all of the original Doom.
Stop being terrified of new things.
I'm not terrified of new things.
Play a new game.
Does it count if I download the new Unreal Tournament beta that Epic Games abandoned? Does that count?
Sure.
man, I can't satisfy Senpai Ian over here. It's very difficult.
I played games for 2 days. Be proud of me.
Hey, that's like my real dad. Never gives me a pat in the back. Say now Ian's like the substitute dad that never acknowledged my successes in life or anything I did well. That's why I'm getting weird flashbacks.
I've told you your books were nice.
Oh, thank you, Ian. You're now the equivalent of, hey, what's wrong with that 1B? I don't care about all the other A's and A pluses. Why did you get that B plus here? What happened there, buddy? That's Ian now.
I mean, I don't point these things out to you.
This was a B or B plus, I guess. Me streaming for 12 hours and playing games this weekend and having fun.
If you asked your dad, are you proud of my C? I mean, I wouldn't.
No, that wasn't it. It was just I presented you my report card, and you basically said, "What's wrong with this B?"
I didn't ask for your report card. You're not my child.
Well, maybe you are now, Ian.
You're not
maybe
my
you're
child.
Dad. You're my new dad.
Okay.
You're my podcast father. You're my podcast poppy, Ian.
Continuing on this intro. This is an intro topic, not a main topic. The Nintendo had a mini Nintendo Direct this past week.
Out of nowhere.
People weren't like particularly thrilled about it. I don't think it was an astounding Nintendo Direct. But let me talk about something real quick. People were upset with this Direct because it doesn't really announce anything new. We'll get over what it recaps in a second. But everyone's waiting for this new Nintendo Direct. But we've had indie Directs. We've had Smash Directs. We've had Animal Crossing specific Directs.
Yeah, like not even a month ago, right?
I realize that we want new information. I do. But it's not like Nintendo hasn't been putting stuff on. They've been putting out information. I get that there's an issue, where's some of the new information. I have a feeling things are being delayed because of the whole certain health crisis that has happened.
Certain public health crisis.
So I'm not mad at Nintendo for not having a full Direct with new stuff yet. They've been doing stuff.
No, because you're a functioning adult.
I guess.
I mean, you're mad at a company for not marketing as soon as you want them to market products that they're working on. That's just silly.
Anyways,
excite me to buy. I want to buy things, so excite me right now, Nintendo. It's like, let's just take a step back.
That said, Nintendo does have this Direct, and it wasn't the most exciting for me. There was some new stuff announced, but it's ports from other systems, plus some news on things that Nintendo's doing that's coming out. We are getting a Bioshock Pack that here says... It says Bioshock Collection, and in this article it says that it's the first 2 games in all the DLC, yet they're advertising it, as far as I can tell, with a picture from Infinite. I think it's actually all 3 games, because there's already a Bioshock Pack out for PS4 and Xbox One that has 1, 2,
that would make sense.
And Infinite.
Because Infinite's now, like 5 years old, 6 years old?
Yeah, in my opinion, there's no reason why it wouldn't be included. It'll probably be a download.
You think it'll be... okay.
Unfortunately. I mean, any package like this, a lot of these are turning into, you buy them and the cartridge has like 1 game on it and then the other 2 have to be downloaded.
So it's something physical at least, but they're going to...
To me, at that point, it's pointless because, I mean, if the servers ever go down, it's not what it says on the tin. So sure. that kind of bothers me. They're also doing Borderlands, which is the first 3 games. That's not including Borderlands 3. That's Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel. There was a release date announced for the new, the remaster of Xenoblade Chronicles, which is coming out May 29th, 2020. And then there's Marvel Ultimate Alliance DLC, and then there
has the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Woo! That means Disney's bringing them back, baby. We're doing it.
There was a couple indie games that came out. Shinsekai Into the Depths was previously a Apple Arcade exclusive, and that was released that day. And then an indie game called Good Job, which I don't really know anything about.
We play the trailer and see what Good Job's about here.
Environmental puzzles. Have you ever launched a projector through 5 office walls to get a meeting back in order? You will once you play Good Job.
You clean up the office, you move stuff. Oh, this looks fun.
So
I like the color scheme. It's like all the people are just like monotone colors, and like the carpet's just like one green color. It's interesting, the art style.
And then there was a announcement.
Catherine Full Body.
They are adding a rhythm game update to Ring Fit Adventure. That's out now. I'll have to check that out. And then they announced that the next Super Smash Brothers Ultimate DLC character is someone from ARMS, but they didn't announce who, which is weird. I don't know why they didn't.
We'll probably another
Do that.
direct.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that's teasing to a more fleshed out direct in the near future. Because they've already released all 5 characters from the
first set. Now there's going to be 6 more.
Yeah, and they haven't done any yet. So I feel like, there's probably got to be a real direct on its way.
I'm
soon.
hoping. I mean, they'll probably be like you can select one of 2 skins and it has the same exact attacks. I guess.
Sure.
Something like that. You get the main guy, the main girl. Maybe was it blue and pink? Is that what they are?
In what?
In ARMS, the guy's blue, right? The main guy's blue.
I mean, there's no real main guy.
The one whose face appears first. And
there's a pink-haired girl and a blue-haired girl and a neon yellow-haired girl and.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I had fun playing ARMS back then when you had it.
It's good.
That was fun.
And then they announced Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics.
We'll get into later.
Then
Then they announced Star Wars Jedi Academy.
Yeah.
Episode 1 Racer. Which was interesting to see that. It's like, wow, these are 20-year-old games that they're announcing to come. And I don't remember Nintendo ever announcing something like that before. That, we're bringing these old games from prior PC or consoles and we're bringing back.
Well, I mean, they always announce eShop stuff, so I think that's probably why it got mentioned, simply because it's eShop stuff.
Well, just to focus on that, though, I just thought it was interesting. Like,
Star Wars.
People are like, "Oh, this looks like a PS2 era game." Well, yes, because it is.
It is.
That's why it looks like that.
My lack of interest in Star Wars aside, I would consider picking up Episode 1 Racer, depending on the price.
That was always fun.
That was a fun game.
Jedi Academy, I did not play because at that point it was so far removed from Dark Forces. Like, okay, enough. I'm out. You ruined my Dark Forces franchise by making it Jedi's. And then the Panzer Dragoon remake, which I think we talked about that last year. We mentioned it maybe,
most likely, but
it's out now. They had to fully remake it. So there you go. Trials of Mana, Sword and Shield expansion, etc., and a little bit more that we talked about.
The big one that I'm most excited about is Mr. Driller Drill Land is coming out June 25th.
Okay.
That was never released officially in the U.S. That was a GameCube Japanese exclusive Mr. Driller game, and it's fantastic. There's a lot of different modes and mini games and things in there. Totally a random ass thing for Namco to pull out of nowhere, but I'm very happy they're doing it. You won't have to import it anymore, keep a GameCube hooked up or anything like that. It will be there to go for a lot of people. This will be brand new.
You can use your killer Mr. Driller arcade skills on this, right?
I can do my best.
How are you doing on that quest for the high score?
I mean, I'm nowhere near the high score, but I'm certainly better than I was.
Okay.
Much better.
All right.